What is up, Fin fans? Back out here. Got breaking news. This isn't breaking news. It happened last night. There was talks of it, and then it kind of went through that it happened, but it didn't officially happen until maybe a few hours ago, maybe about an hour ago. Dolphins give Jakeem Grant a 4-year contract extension. Love the move. I honestly love the move. It is 4 years, $24 million, around $6 million a year. I was going to, the reason why this video is out a little bit later is I was going to wait until, well, first, I'm at work. Second, I was going to wait until the full contract was released, but Miami Dolphins already reported it. They showed pictures of him signing the contract. So the full contract hasn't been released yet, but we do know it's 4 years, $24 million, roughly $6 million a year. I don't know how much is guaranteed, how much isn't guaranteed, if it's front loaded, back loaded. The last 2 years are like opt out. I don't know what it is, but he goes from $720,000 a year to roughly, I don't know if it's exactly $6 million a year. Love it, love it. The guy is a dynamic player. Great player. 6th rounder in 2016. And he goes from being on undrafted on the NFL Network, which he got drafted, so I understand why he was on undrafted. A short receiver with ridiculous speed. I think he ran a 4.21. I think he didn't go to the combine. He wasn't allowed to go. He wasn't invited to the combine. But I think he ran a 4.21 at his pro day. Ridiculous speed. He was ranked last year with a minimum of 2 returns, ranked 1st in the NFL in punt return average and 3rd in the NFL in kick return average. Had a kick return against the Tennessee Titans, had a punt return against the Bengals last year. The dude was ridiculous. So he gets drafted. He was the short, undersized, speedy receiver, was going to be a kick return specialist. Everyone didn't see anything of him in 2016. Even in 2017, didn't see much of him. Got about 19 snaps. Was going to be a return specialist. Was going to be a nobody. You know, this short guy. You know, essentially what we wanted Teddy Ginn to be, but not drafted in the first round. No one ends up getting 50+% of the snaps last year before he got hurt. Dynamic player. Great speed, versatile. He's the Swiss Army knife of our offense. Him, Albert Wilson. He plays outside, inside. He's going to play some running back. He's going to be all over the place, especially in the type of offense that the Miami Dolphins are going to run. He is going to be all over the place. Now, to give this guy $6 million a year, again, I don't know how much of it is guaranteed, how much of it is a game by game, how much of, we don't know the contract breakdown. I honestly don't think that's a bad price. The way I see it is, before his injury last year, he was dynamic. He was set to do some great things for the Dolphins. Next year, he would have been a free agent. So they signed him to this contract now. They signed him to about $6 million. Now, I'm going to talk about, one of you guys hit me up on Twitter. We had a great conversation. Mac Daddy 35 Mac. Me and him had a great conversation. He essentially, and I know there's going to be some of you guys who are like, overpaid him. Who is he? He's nobody. Not that he's nobody, but who is he? He's, does he deserve $6 million a year? And that's essentially what, Mac Daddy got at when he said, he overpaid for a 4th or 5th wide receiver. He hasn't proved much. He hasn't really shown the type of receiver he can be because he hasn't really played or been associated in the offense for a full year. Not wrong. Great assessment. Great take on it. But I think that what we've seen and what he can do, $6 million, I don't think is going to break the bank. Also, again, keep reiterating, I don't know the full contract. I don't know the full details. I don't know how much of the $24 million is guaranteed. It could be a 4-year, $24 million contract with about $12 million guaranteed. Then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, that's not a bad contract. That's actually a really good contract, especially for the people that think, what is he going to do? What if he gets injured again? He's a short guy. This is an NFL with big, fast players. He's a short, fast player, and he could get injured very easily, and all of a sudden, we lose him. So, again, I see where he's coming from. I see where, if you are in the mindset of thinking that, like, why would we give him $6 million? I even went on Twitter and saw a lot of people, when it broke, go, who? And for those people, you just obviously don't watch all the teams, because he's the high five with Albert Wilson. Like, come on. Really, the touchdown pass from Albert Wilson. Guy's dynamic. He makes plays whenever he gets the ball on his hand. If you go looking at the contract signing, he had his practice jersey on. Like, this dude bleeds football. Like, he loves football. He loves the Miami Dolphins. He's going to give it his all. So again, 4 years, 24 million, 6 million guaranteed, 6 million a year. We don't know what's guaranteed. I don't hate the contract. I don't hate the contract at all. You got these wide receivers out there making 14, 15 million a year. If he would have hit free agency, or if we tried to franchise tag him, we would have paid way more than 6 million. Mac Daddy 35 Mac brought up a good point too, is he wished that the Dolphins would have done something like this for Jarvis Landry, and that's 100% correct. We got a new regime, we got a new head coach, we got a new philosophy, and they should have definitely done that with Jarvis Landry, where they should have paid him the year before he became a free agent. They waited, he had another good year, he wanted all this money, whereas if they would have paid him beforehand, they would have got him for what I wanted, around 12 million. But they waited. Didn't want to wait on Jakeem Grant. They didn't want to take the chance on him having a dynamic year this year. All of a sudden, he thinks he's worth 10 million a year, and then we have to let him go, and he'd go to the New England Patriots and get a Super Bowl and completely torch us twice a year. Because that's what would have happened. We all know that's what would have happened. Patriots would have took him, undersized receiver with great speed, and they would have utilized him. But now we kept him, great receiver, undersized. We're going to utilize the shit out of him. I honestly think it's going to be really, really good. So that's what I think. Comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the signing? If you are on the side of that we overpaid him, comment below. Let me know why. I love having these discussions. Me and Mac Daddy 35 Mac had a great discussion. Love having discussions with you guys. Kind of makes me think, oh yeah, I can see where you're coming from, and then I try to tell you where I'm coming from, and then we come to an understanding where each other's coming from. Comment below. Let me know. Let me know. Did you think we overpaid him? Do you think we paid enough? Also, we don't know how much he's getting yearly. So be sure to comment below. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter. You guys were asking about the fantasy football. Again, you need to email me that you want in. If you already emailed me, don't email me again. I got it. But I'm going to take your guys' emails. I'm going to take your names. I'm going to put them in a randomizer. Halftime, tomorrow's game, I'm going to be picking you. It's going to be, I'm thinking yahoo.com fantasy. You will pay there to get in the league. I'm setting it all up. I'm going to try to set it all up tonight or tomorrow night. And I'm thinking we're going to draft next week. Once I get the guys that are going to be in the league, I'm going to ask what day is good for all you guys, and then we're going to go with a joint day. It has to be before the beginning of the season. But yeah, $10 to get in. I'm going to pick, I think I said it will be, hopefully I don't have to take part in both leagues, because that would suck. And then the winner of last year is automatically in, and then everyone else I'm going to pick. So it's 2 leagues, 10, 20, minus 3, 17. 17 of you guys have a chance, and hopefully I don't got to be in both, because then 18 of you guys have a chance to get in. Like I said, email me below. Halftime, be on the live stream halftime. If you're not on the live stream halftime, I call your name. I'm sorry, but I'm making this so tight because last year it was a nightmare trying to get the people to actually join the league. But other than that, be sure to check out the Bit Boys' usual spiel, DolphinsTalk.com. Great website. Check them out. If you're watching on there, hit that subscribe button. If breaking news happens, I'm going to give it to you. I got pre-game, post-game, picks, fantasy, got a ton of stuff. Give this video a thumbs up. We're doing the smart things, fellas. We're doing the smart things. We are signing players before they, hit the open market, before people inflate the price of these players just because they can afford it, just because they're going to hike up this price. So be sure to give that thumbs up. I will see you guys tomorrow with the next video, live, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to get my father to be in this video. I'm trying to get him into the live stream. I'm trying my hardest. He doesn't know if he's going to be available. He doesn't know if he's going to be working. So I'm trying to get him to be in there. A lot of you guys have been asking, how's my dad doing? All that jazz. So tomorrow, 7:30, he'll either be there or he won't be there. So you're either going to come on the live stream and see my dad there with a great surprise, or you're not, and it's going to be me. But regardless, again, halftime. Game starts at 8. Halftime's probably around 9:30, 10. If you can't make the whole thing, but you want to be in the fantasy league, just try to get on at halftime. But like I said, other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. Fins up.